Hello guys, it's Darksaner here from the German Duel Masters channel and welcome back to another video. Today I got the IDC 11 finals for you guys, where we have Panther Awaken at the top of your screen, playing Fire Nature Rush against Pablo at the bottom of your screen with his Bardula deck. And yeah, the card you can't really see on the screen, it's Hardy Captain Polygon. Yeah, it's a bit of a pity that it's not the original art, it's some later OCG art, that's why you can't see it on your screen. But yeah, having a 1-drop and starting the game with Fire Nature Rush seems like a good start for him. Already in favor here in game 1. And turn 2 decides to charge a fire mana to get out the Gonta and pokes at the shield with Hardy Captain, which will return to the hand. So no triggers early on here. And yet the Lacerna is super dead against Rush. You can definitely charge that one. Emerald, that's nice. That means we have one guaranteed shield trigger probably. Now it's hard to decide whether you want to force out the shield trigger or not. Depends on the board state that you can produce in the next 1 or 2 turns. If you want to go into that shield, or yeah, just hope that it's not that great and attack it at the end. Crystal Memory out of the shields at the trigger, not the best one, but still can be quite useful here. I don't know if he plays something for 3 mana that would help him here. Because I think he is not on Phantom Dragon's Flame, so yeah, and no other 3-drop removal. Maybe it's the best thing to search Cocolupia here to start setting up for future plays. Because like Energy Stream or some other draw spell won't really help here. And he plays a Bloody Skeeto. He might have searched that one. Yeah, it's a 2-drop, so I was not thinking about it. But of course that makes a lot of sense if Panther doesn't have a blocker removal spell in his hand. The Bloody Skeeto will eat the Gonta, so that's quite good. And yeah, there you see the blocker removal. So Bloody Skeeto can't put in the work. And with 2 mana left, Panther might play something else as well. No, it doesn't play anything else. Maybe he has a speed attacker in hand. And yeah, here you can see how not playing anything gets punished super hard. Because, why did he charge the Rikabou Screwdriver if he can play 2 cards in his turn anyway? Now Pablo can use his Cranium Clamp and just clear the whole hand. Maybe his thought process was like he's not running into Surfer, and therefore Clamp would only take 1 card. But still, I think it's no problem for Rush to be at 3 mana, so if he has the Clamp, he has it, but if he didn't charge unnecessarily, he could have kept the Pyrofighter Magnus and have a speed attacker this turn. Now he just needs to play the Rikabou that he top decked, so not too great. Now Coral is a really good card in that game state here. Panther top decking and no speed attacker inside, so You can freely corral and set him back a turn. Goes in shields, which I think is correct, because when you see Ricabu Screwdriver, that's like a flex spot. Panther's deck definitely doesn't play any Torcons, so you don't have to fear anything out of the shields. Volcanic Arrows out of the shields is not too great unless it's the last shield. So yeah, definitely the right call to start attacking now. If Panther doesn't go for the suicide with the Emerald, Pablo can win game 1 here. I think the best case here would be if Panther has a 2-drop like the Gonta. Yeah, he has one. That one was stacked on the top of his deck. And another Pyrofighter Magnus, so he could charge one and then play both. But he goes for a double 2-drop, which is fine as well. Now Pablo, like, it would really benefit him if he had a mass removal here to clear the board, because with the speed attacker, Panther can easily win, because one shield trigger is just not going to save him. So he needs some kind of removal, like discard or just hard removal. Plays the Tenton Crunch, which will be a crucial card in the future. Just wait and see. And Pablo just playing the Emerald without an effect, so he probably has a trigger set in shields anyway. And yeah, I don't know if it was the right move to attack, because next turn he could have freely attacked with all 3 without giving Panther any more options into his hand. Because yeah, like, you lose to last shield Volcanic Arrows anyway, so yeah, I don't know if attacking here was right. Maybe I would have waited with 3 attackers next turn. And now, yeah, Panther goes for the last shield, and you will see this is a Tenton Crunch. And yeah, if this was a Tornado Flame, he could have won the game, or like a Surfer or Terror Pit, anything that could stop the Gonta. That would have been his game, but unfortunately it was Tenton Crunch, so he had to rely on his opponent to attack in the wrong order. And yeah, Panther takes game 1 here. Sadly for Pablo, his Tenton Crunch couldn't save him. I don't know, maybe if the Ricabu was in shields, he gave him the win for free, and he should have just waited for next turn. But I can't tell for sure, as I didn't know what was in shields and what was in hand. Starting against Rush, of course, you always want to go first. And let's see here who can take game 2. And yeah, no turn 2 play from Pablo, not looking too great against Rush. He will definitely lose a shield this turn. Bloody Skeeter would have been really nice, or an Emerald. And yeah, you see like mono red Rush by Panther, only charging fire mana, getting the Ricabu Screwdriver out now. And this Terror Pit might definitely help. That's a great first shield. The only thing that would have been better would be Aqua Surfer, as he could have killed the Deadly Fighter as well, but yeah, better have a trigger than no trigger, so can't complain. Kokolupia, really good, like not for next turn, as he doesn't play any 6-drop dragons, but when he gets to 5 mana he can start playing the good stuff. And you still will see only fire by Panther. Of course that's because he plays less nature cards, doesn't play Torkoal or Poisonous Mushroom, instead plays the Ricabu Screwdriver, which I heavily disagree on. You shouldn't do that. You should play more nature to have more consistent access to your nature 1-drops, as you play more of them, like more creature 1-drops than fire 1-drops. So I think you should play a bit more nature. And we see another shield trigger. This time around it's Aqua Surfer. And yeah, with Fire Nature Rush against two really good well-timed shield triggers, I think it's hard to win from this position. Panther has a really great shot at winning. Panther Pablo has a really good shot at winning this game too here. Maybe next turn he can start playing the first Valerica and then go into Bajala next turn and yeah, clear the game from there on. I don't know, like last game he wasn't hesitant to attack. Maybe I would have cleared the shield with Cocolupia to get him down to like 4 shields, as you don't really fear anything out of the shields anyway. And also I don't agree with Panther killing the Skeeto here. He had a Volcanic Arrows which he charged. I think you should Volcanic Arrows the Cocolupia, as that would have delayed Pablo's game like by 2 turns. Yeah, I think that was a misplay as well. But yeah, with Rush you really you can do minor misplays and still win the game. The deck is just so fast and powerful. Like the Clamp misplay didn't matter in the end. Not playing around Cranium Clamp, and here not killing Cocolupia before you kill the blocker. Like there was no need to kill the blocker, as you didn't have an attacker for that turn anyway. Could have just killed Cocolupia, prevented the Valerica, and killed Skeeto next turn when you had the Deadly Fighter on board. So yeah, I think Pablo is going to take this, even though he only has 1 shield left. He has some form of setup now, and should take this in my opinion, as he has full control. Panther only with 1 card in hand left. Like the best thing Panther can have is like a speed attacker now. Emerald is setting a shield again, and Pablo drawing more cards with this energy stream. Now he kills the Braidclaw. I think you should go in here with Valerica now, because that puts his opponent on a 1-turn clock basically, and there's literally no way to deal with Valerica in Fire Nature Rush, as it has 7k. Yeah, that's another misplay on Pablo's part. Should have definitely gone in with Valerica, because with only 4 mana at max, you can only play 1 speed attacker. So he would have only cleared 1 shield, and next turn you just attack again with the small creatures first, and then finish the game with Valerica. Of course he has Bajula here now, which is like cool and all. Like you show off your boss creature. That's really nice that we get to see it in an IDC final. I really appreciate it, but I think you should have just gone in with Valerica. Like even with Bajula in hand, like he couldn't deal with Valerica anyways. Next turn you could have still flexed on us and play the Bajula. But yeah, this time around again, like only Volcanic Arrows wins him this game. Like not wins him, like saves him this game. So I don't know why Pablo doesn't attack for game here. Doesn't make any sense at all. Like why is he afraid of Torkoal? If he has Torkoal, he wins. And if it's Volcanic Arrows, he doesn't win in this turn, but still there's no way Panther wins next turn. So I don't know why he didn't attack. Yeah, Panther decides to concede as the game is over, but in my opinion, Pablo should have won the game like 2 turns ago. There was no need to drag it that long and only attack with Bajula. There are plenty of other creatures he could have attacked with. Like I don't get why he changed his mind so quickly. In game 1 he really used counter-attacking and chipping at his opposing shields with his small creatures. Like he really used it to his advantage, so I don't know why he went like just build one boss creature and attack with it in game 2 here. But I guess it still worked out in the end. He took game 2, and now we're in all deciding game 3. Rush going first is, like always, such a huge advantage, but let's see if Pablo can fight back here. Has a turn 2 play this time around, so that's a good side for him. Let's see if Panther can answer this Bloody Skeeto, or if he has to trade the Gonta with it. And he has the Comet Missile, but no 2-drop to follow it up, or 1-drop. But yeah, he can clear shield with Gonta, which is a good side. Let's see what Pablo can throw at him here for 3 mana. Plays a Kokolupia for setup, which is fine. Next turn he has time to deal with some stuff Panther throws at him, and then next turn with 5 mana he can start playing Velorica again. Yeah, Velorica is such a strong creature against Rush, as it has Double Break and 7k. Of course, Bolmedeus would be a bit better and even more safe, but still a very good card, especially paired with Kokolupia. And here we see an Aqua Surfer. Yeah, the best trigger against Rush. So this is a good side, but still it's not like the game is over. You still need to find opportunities to attack your opponent here. Discards the Gonta right away with the Giga Balsa. And I don't agree with not attacking, at least with Surfer. Like, if he attacks over Surfer with Gonta, like, you just won a whole turn. Like, the opponent didn't attack your shields, that's great. So I don't know why he doesn't start counter-attacking here. Maybe that will hurt him later, as it might be the case that he's like 1 or 2 shields short of winning the game. Let's see. Panther had 2 cards in hand. Maybe a Cranium Clamp here would be really good. But it's another Bloody Skeeto and another Kokolupia, so from now on the dragons will be really, really cheap. If Pablo has a Fire mana next turn and a Velorica, he could go for Velorica into Bajula instantly, and that's probably just game over. So yeah. Also, he increases the odds of getting Fire mana or Velorica by getting those shields into his hand, and now he starts attacking. Like, I don't know what his thoughts were. Of course, it's always easier to look from the outside here, rewatching this from the outside perspective. Like, in the game you're under so much pressure, the tension is high, everybody's looking at this game, everybody's viewing, spectating, and you don't want to make a mistake that can cost you the game. So I get that you make mistakes like these, that just happens. But yeah, like, I think it would have been better if he just attacked last turn with Surfer as well. Now we see Pyrofighter and Comet Missile, so that could already be the game if there's no shield trigger in the shield. So that doesn't look too great for Pablo here. Panther can finish it here with the combination of Pyrofighter and Comet Missile. Attacks with Magnus first, which makes sense, of course. As we have seen in game 1 that Tenton Crunch is in Pablo's deck and you don't want to get hit by that. If Pablo has a shield trigger, that can stop one of the attacks. I think Pablo wins it because he has 4 attackers. But if he doesn't, then that's the game here, and Fire Nature Rush will take another IDC win. Let's see. There's a Tenton Crunch. Played around it safely. So yeah, that can kill Magnus, but doesn't stop an attack. And then it's all coming down to last shield, which is another Tenton Crunch. That's so unfortunate for Pablo. And like after the tournament, everybody said like, yeah, one Tornado Flame could have won you an IDC. Yeah, not having the right triggers, I guess. So with that, Panther takes IDC 11. Congrats on the IDC win. And that's the 3rd IDC win for Fire Nature Rush. But yeah, also congrats for Pablo on making the finals. He was so close, like one other trigger, and he might be the winner. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this exciting finals games. And with that, see you guys at the next video.